But when we started, the first recognition that one had was that all the rules that we had learnt, and I'm sure that may apply to a lot of you, all the rules that we had learnt suddenly were not applicable. The ways, the leadership style, the method by which we got outcomes, what made us effective before. So in a big company, I would always curse the HR department. All the barriers. I can't hire fast. What is this process? All sorts of softer things which I couldn't understand. And suddenly I was the HR department, right? Me and my partner, we were HR department. So the one thing which really I have recognized in my journey is that businesses don't grow unless people grow. One very critical DNA component is how you deal with people. You at an individual level, because you set the standard, right? I mean, the other day I was going to a meeting with this colleague. He's a very senior guy. He had spent 10, 12 years in another company. And we were going for a meeting where the client had escalated something, right? In my earlier avatar, as I was going to this meeting, there was not enough work done to tell me about the background about that situation. Right? Now in this avatar, I realized that he as the leader didn't feel it important enough, so I had to create a context for him to understand this. So I treated my drive of half an hour as a mentorship journey till the client. I treated that meeting as a mentorship experience for this guy. I treated the drive back as a mentorship journey, right? And at the end of it, he came in and told me that, for me, if I can protect you from coming for a meeting like this next time around, I feel I would have won. And that's a good point to be, right? And just like, I'm trying to, in one way, I think there's things to be learned from master chefs. Slow boil is a concept, right? If you really want to scale, you need slow boil. And you need to be able to bring in a drip irrigation methods. So how do you constantly juggle different styles? Some will be command and control. If the house is on fire, you need to find the fire extinguisher. You can't mentor, right? So how do you, change the context where something is on fire, and there you have to use a method like that to when the house is not on fire, but if he keeps doing this 3 महीने के अंदर अगले हफ्ते में fire आने वाला है. How do you do it is a difference. So I think people generally are a little hesitant to take on wider sets of things, often because of confidence issues. So if I can do 5 things, maybe I'm doing 2 and not doing the balance 3. So one way to manufacture time is to be able to grow a few people who you can take from 2 to 5. Second, I think where I'm finding some success is again that mantra of drive to younger people. I think find hungry people with the right attitude, right? Who want to grow, right? Who actually out of 5 things that they can potentially do are right now doing only 1. The balance 4, maybe they're only 60% ready, but they desperately want to learn. Find people like those, because they will get to 5 faster than the person who's today at 3 who will take longer time to get to 5. So the second thing which we are experimenting with, trying to find people whose hunger, actually the word is hunger. I want hungry people. If I can spot hunger, I will override for lack of skill any day. The third thing I think is the challenge for the people immediately below you. If you are able to almost create a band of brothers concept with them, again very hard. And I don't want to, I'm feeling a little embarrassed about leaving a sense that look, I've created a band of brothers. I'm struggling deeply with that. But these are concepts that I'm picking up myself. If a person is working for a job and it's a big company, the company can afford him. But if a person works for a belief, only then can an entrepreneur afford him.
Correct.
And he needs to be, and how do you grow that belief and how do you grow that mindset is very critical. So, we struggle, and at the same time, this seeks a lot of different energy from the leaders, because this needs the entrepreneur and the leaders to really be able to walk the talk and inspire people on the ground, to kind of develop a belief in what the company is doing. If that belief is missing, if a person sees what he is doing as a job, then the likelihood is that he is operating at a certain capacity utilization, which you can't afford. and you can only afford, as a young company, you need 110% of capacity utilization. You don't need 80, you need 110%.